That is so low. So another question that people have been asking is about the Rum Wench. Ahoy there, I'm Heidi and this here be my trusty first mate, Bonny the Brave. Together we set sail aboard the Jolly Roger, dreaming of adventures across the canals and rivers of the UK, hunting for treasure and tall tales. But since the launch of this mighty vessel, we've been marooned on this very river, trapped like pirates with nowhere to plunder. Arr, the quest continues. Good morning, it's a lovely little mooring this here at Winsford. You've got your own water tap, it's a lovely little basin and you're sharing it with all the swans, the coots, the geese, the seagulls. Seagulls are ace, aren't they? I love waking up to the sound of seagulls. It makes me think I'm near the sea. But anyway, I'm just filling the boat up with water now because I'm getting ready to move. We've had so much rain over this last week and a half, it's been horrendous. Great for the canals, not good when you're stuck on a river. So, you know, because rivers go into flood. I was talking to some people the other day and they said when it floods here, the actual water goes right up on the grass there and that'll lift the boat up, that'll lift the boat onto here and it doesn't bear thinking about. And also that really low bridge that I came under to get here, sometimes that's unnavigable. So I just don't want to be trapped. I'm here on my own at this section of the river and, you know, I don't want to be trapped. I've got to do what's safe, haven't I? And it's nearly October now, it's autumn's on its way and the rains are on the way. But the good thing is Gabby's coming today, so hopefully by the time this water's filled up, I've sorted my boat out, got on with all my chores, she'll be here, a train will be here and then we'll get cruising. Yeah, try and find somewhere safer to moor. So Gabs has arrived, so I've put her straight to work, helping me get untied, and then we're going to set off now. I'm going to reverse out onto the flashes here and set off down, and hopefully it doesn't rain on us today.
Sun's shining, I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of sunshine because the last few days have been really dull and miserable. I was going to reverse onto the flashes, but it's quite silted here. So I'm just going to try and spin at the bottom, which I've done before here, so I know the boat can do it. And also, lots of people have been saying, have I been using my bow thruster? Because this boat has a bow thruster. And to be honest, not really. I want to use it now. The thing is with the river, it's so wide and deep, I could just turn it anywhere. And bow thrusters really are for use like strong bywashes on the canals or getting into locks. I've not needed it. After 15 years of never having one, I always forget it's there. It does make it easy. Look at that! Woohoo! But that was one of the questions as well, because we're going to answer a lot more of your questions today on this cruise.
Here you are. Nice coffee.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. Have a lovely day. I love them. I know it's just a big mountain of salt, but it reminds me of mountains in Peru. Because it's the colour, the same colour. Could be anywhere in Wales on a river.
Gav's just done a lot of travelling, haven't you?
Yeah, I'd like to do more though.
Yeah, we're saving for Gabby's 50th. You know, I'm only 23, but for Gabby's 50th, we're going to go... Where are we going? Oh, New Orleans.
New Orleans. It's a few years away, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, but that's the plan.
Mardi Gras, New Orleans, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And then possibly travelling through Canada. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, she really wants to go to Canada. You've done a lot of South America, haven't you?
Yeah. I've done lots in America, in all national parks.
Whereas I've never been to America. It's on my list. I'd like to go to Australia. It's a place I've always wanted to go. So most of the travelling I've done is like Africa, India, Thailand, Cambodia, done most of Europe. But yeah, I'd like to get to some more Far East places. Because something about travel that just enriches your life, about the people you meet and the places you see and all the different cultures.
You've done all them places, you could take me there, and I've done all Australia and America and South America, so I could take you there.
Yeah, we just need to win the lottery. So
Yeah.
another question that people have been asking is about the Rum Wench. So when I first put it on the market, I had an offer straight away, but they couldn't get the finance. Then somebody else put an offer in and the house sale fell through. And then I was trying to deal with everything and ended up putting on brokerage. But since then, the canal's been shut. So it hasn't sold as yet. I've reduced it. You've got to remember that when I put it on, it had 2 or 3 valuations, professional valuations. And because the engine's worth a hell of a lot of money. The engine's worth the money. It's in immaculate condition. The engine, the hull sound. You know, it's a beautiful boat. Once the canal's open again, which is due to open up, or I think it even might be open, we'll see. We'll see. But because until the Rum Wench sells, I've got a massive loan at the moment. So there's not really any sort of holidays and trips on the horizon. Although we may try and get a weekend away, may we?
Yeah, getting camper van hopefully. You just missed my navigation through this tight bend then, I did really well, I thought. You see it? Oh,
yeah. Well, the front camera's going, so hopefully we've caught Gabby's amazing handling skill.
Well, you got to take confidence when you do it, because then you feel better, don't you, when you do it wrong. You're not so down on yourself.
But you're an amazing captain.
Oh, look at that, it's a buzzard.
So I've just been watching that buzzard there then, but the wildlife on this river, it's something else, it really is. So another question that I've been asked from somebody called Mark was, why don't boaters use CB radios to communicate with each other? So, I don't know, I've got no idea. I don't even think that was still a thing. I know some boaters do have like little sort of walkie-talkies, but they're very short range. So it's normally like a husband and wife or something to communicate with each other. Like, we've got a lot coming up, or are you going to put kettle on, love? That sort of thing. And some boaters do use VHF radio, but I think that's only for an emergency, for when you're sort of crossing like the Mersey, when I cross the Mersey, or also you're on the Thames or something. I don't think they're generally used for just chitter chatter, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, but CVs, that takes you back a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, 80s and 90s.
Yeah, like, hello rubber ducky, this is Teddy Bear. Hey, talking of which, if you had to have a CB name, what would it be?
I think my friends from school would probably say Gobby Gabby.
Gobby, yeah, that sounds right.
My nickname for a long time was Trio by all my family, because I was youngest and smallest, and nobody could hear me. So they were that advert where they were a little girl, just one big mouth.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm quieting down a lot now.
I remember that Trio advert. That was ace, that one.
Trio.
Too loud.
Trio.
I said that was too
I
loud.
want a trio and I want one now.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably call mine maybe Rum Drinker 69 or Pirate 69. Talking of which, what would be your CB name and why? That's a good one, that, actually. Yeah, so let me know in the comments. So we've got that really low bridge coming up again now, so let's see if we can get under it after all that rain. Fingers crossed. But I've took my chimney down, so I'm hoping it'll be alright. Prepare to duck, everybody. Take it really slowly. Bit of an audience. Yeah, we'll make that, we'll make that. You got lower. Oh my goodness. That is so low. Woohoo! So that's the hard bit over and done with. So now to head towards Vale Royal Lock.
Thought we'd have a bit of brunch. I'm making us some crumpets, or pikelets as I like to call them, so that's what my nan used to call them.
Arrived now at Vale Royal Lock, and it looks like they're getting rid of all that pennywort, which is wonderful. It grows like wildfire, that stuff. So this brings me to another question, which was why aren't the Canal and River Trust doing all the maintenance whilst so many canals are shut or have been shut? And it's a difficult one to answer that, really, because I'm just a boater at the end of the day. You know, obviously the canals are shut, so how do they get access with all their equipment and their weed cutters and stuff? And also lots of it is done by volunteers at the end of the day. You know, I did a video going out with the volunteers on the Leeds Liverpool Canal, which I really loved. I loved that day. They worked so hard. I'll put a link to that here. And also again, it's money, you know, so I don't know, to be honest. But I know all the volunteers I've met, they work so hard and they are so passionate about the canals. Yeah, anyway, we're going to this lock now.
I feel like I'm a proper go tonight, so I've got lunches on my hand.
You got what?
Lunches on my hand. I couldn't resist just touching wall, and then I instantly regretted it. Oh.
See you later. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Tom.
See ya!
Right, so that's the lock done now, which brings me on to another question that people are asking, and that was, how do you stop your boat getting scraped in the locks? Oh gosh, it's windy. So the way that narrow boats are and the way they're designed is they have a gunnel which sticks out. I've showed it before in videos. It sticks out a little bit, you walk on it, and that touches the lock walls, it touches the sides when you moor up. Sometimes you use fenders to do it, so just put the thing straight, and you can't stop that getting scraped. That always needs a bit of a touch up. So luckily I've got some paint to do that, and I have got some scrapes on my newly painted boat. It's got scrapes, but I will get on with that. We've just had so much rain recently, it's been awful. Anyway, Vale Royal Lock's done now, and we're heading on towards Hunt's Lock. Another question I've been asked is from Little Blit, I think that's how you say it. And he or she asks, Heidi, how do you know where all the water points are on the canals and places you empty your loo and the bins and stuff? So basically, whilst we're going under this blue bridge, noisy bridge, is we have these books and they're called the Nicholson's Guide. There's also Pearson's Guides, and they show you everything along the canals, such as where the locks are, where the facilities are. So yeah, they're great, they're invaluable for every single boater. Plus, if you do a waterway long enough, like I've known the Weaver now, because I've been trapped here, is you know where they all are anyway. Sometimes they break, sometimes they're removed, all sorts of things. You sort of rely on these books really, and also talking to other boaters. But I'm lucky, I've got 4 cassettes, so I can go quite a while before I need to do that. And I've got quite a big water tank on this. Not as big as a Rum Wench's water tank, my old boat. It's still a big one. It's about, I think it's about 700 litres. I'm not 100% sure, but it's adequate. Because along the canals, you'll be passing water points and facilities once a day at least. Yeah, so there we go. And today, I filled up with water before we left. And we are, when we get to Northwich, going to empty our cassettes. There's only 2 places on this river that you can empty cassettes. One's in Northwich and one's at Sutton Weaver, the other end of the river. Nothing this end, fortunately. So that's Hunt's Lock done now, and we're going to head to empty our cassettes. The joys of boating.
I think what really happens is Heidi waits, so she knows I'm coming for a weekend, collects all the cassettes up, waits for me to come, so I empty them all.
She only sees what she sees when she comes every couple of weeks or 2 to 3 weeks. I'm doing it all the time. You know. If you want to empty them for me, that's fine, guys. Come on then, give us a hand. That smell of the Elsin is just amazing. So that's the cassettes done. Oh, that's just an amazing feeling. Only a boater or a van lifer will understand that feeling. Be able to go to the toilet freely. Woo! Anyway, onwards. Just past this bend now, we're going to be mooring up. We're dead lucky because it forecasts lots of rain today, and it hasn't rained once. I think it's Gabby. Gabby always seems to bring the sunshine when she arrives.
It's not rained once yet since I've been.
It's not
Not when we cruised.
Right,
When
yeah.
we started cruising, we timed it really well, and it's supposed to have been raining today. Look,
I'm saying that.
dark clouds, but still, I think we're going to get rainy there.
We're going to go it up in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is my little ray of sunshine just here.
Yay!
So we're just moored up here at Anderton. Gabs is faffing with the ropes. You're obsessed, aren't you?
Right, look, if you ever see those, you know that I've been on boats. I keep doing them and I'm getting quick at them now. Look at it.
I've also started doing that as well. Yeah, it just makes the boat look dead nice, doesn't it, when you've got a nice big ring on it. Big ring piece. And it just looks here now, actually. We're at Anderton Broke Lift. That's where we're moored at the moment. And the Dan is just pulling in now. Oh, love this boat. You ready to go for a walk then?
Yeah, I think we just timed it perfect because rain's going to come any second. The Danny! I love just to see it on mirror unexpectedly like that because it makes you realise how big it is compared to this boat and all of the boats around.
Yeah, you like a big one, don't you?
I like its big noise.
Anyway, we're going to take Bonnie for a walk now. So Gabby's gone now, and I don't know if you can see from here, but I've set up my little studio again. So since moving onto this boat, this keyboard was stored at my mum and dad's, you know, because I moved off the last boat, and I've got it all back on board, and I'm absolutely made up because, as most of you know, the first 150 videos I did to try and get around the copyright, I made all my own songs, and they're only basic and not brilliant, but they got me going, and you know, and I just enjoyed being creative. And then I've been using what's called Epidemic Sounds, and that's where you can buy copyrighted music, or you can also, which I've been doing, is you download what's called stems, which are parts of songs, and then you can then recreate them how you want them, so you can make them fit the scene better. So rather than making a video and throwing some music over the top, I used to always, as I was editing, be messing with the music as well, all the tracks on the music. So you then, it just brings me a whole lot more creativity. I enjoy being creative. Anyway, it's going to have a rum, and then I'm going to show you a little bit more of this, because things have changed a little bit. So this is a slightly different nipple glass today. This is from Linda. She gave it me when I went on the Danny, and it's got a Welsh flag on it. Woohoo! And then we're going to have this rum today. This is from Alex. So thank you, Alex. He also got a load of treats for little Bonnie as well. And whilst I am pouring this, a huge thank you to this week's pirate crew. Thank you for everything that you do. And that is a spice rum with caramelised pineapple. Ooh. Oh, it smells very tangy. Cheers, everyone. Sweat the lips, top ones. Oh, yeah, it's actually quite nice when it blows back. Yeah, it's got a very pineapple-y. So my music sort of changed a little bit. So for those that know, I have supported me in the past. My music was available on Bandcamp, and I've just privatised that for now. So if you've already downloaded it and stuff like that, it's still there for you. You've still got access to that. But I'm changing all my tracks because I'm now using a new software called Reason. The last lot was done in something called GarageBand. So I've got so many more sounds available to me. It's just amazing. So obviously you've got all your simple sounds that everybody uses, such as a piano. And then you've got some lovely orchestral sounds, such as you know, but you've got all these sounds, but then you've got really weird stuff, you know, like, what's this? Voice puff. Sounds much like the other one. I mean, I think there must be 80,000 sounds. You know what I mean? You've got loads available to you. And obviously that's quite inspiring, because when I listen to a sound, then I want to create. Now, I'm a piano player anyway, so when I make a track though, you have to play every single sound in. So you'll start off playing maybe a piano, then you'll add a violin, then you might add something weird, then put some strings, then some flutes. So it's a really time consuming process as a musician. So, you know, but before I was quite limited to sounds, and I was also using synthesizers, so creating my own sounds. Whereas now I've got a library of, millions of sounds. So it's really got me creative juices flowing. So I'm going to re-edit all the music I've done so far, and also, you know, start making other stuff. And there was some songs that was halfway through that I was giving glimpses of in the past, and I even showed myself writing them, and I've finished them now as well. So yeah, so it takes a long time then once you finish the song to get the mix right, all the levels, and then to master it, and then to get it uploaded. So bear with, but yeah, this is I'm getting on with it, and I'm really loving it. So let me just take you out of here. Oh, anyway, yeah, because I spend a lot of time now in my spare time when I'm not working. I'm sat down either editing videos or I'm sat down making music, which is not good for me weight. But anyway, I am going to leave the video here. So if you have enjoyed it, please do give us a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. And before I go, a huge, massive thank you to my lovely, gorgeous patrons. That's it. Please take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next week.